My name is Raymond Banks. I'm the owner of Hoodvenchy Streetwear Apparel.
I'm getting ready to drop a clothing line this Thursday. I said it here first on you all's radio show.
I need it.
Born and raised in Vicksburg, Mississippi, a proud graduate of Alcorn State University as well as Parsons School of Design. Today I am celebrating 5 years as the owner of Hoodvenchy Streetwear. November 15, 2018, I was asked to come participate in the IMS annual fall runway show. At the time, I was making bow ties. I was the owner of the Gentleman's Touch Incorporated. At the time, we dealt with a lot of cultural appropriation from big luxury brands. Taking someone else's culture is not okay. Our culture is not your trend. And at no point was it okay for any luxury brand to participate in cultural appropriation. Like, it wasn't cool. I needed to pull a them on them. That's where Hoodvenchy came about. Like, I had so many names cut in half, pieced together, and then something clicked. I said Hood and Venchy, and I put them together. So that's when Hoodvenchy was born. When it came down to the day of the show, I was like, man, this is just gonna be a little concept. I'm really not gonna do much with it. November 15, 2018, we sold out in the Reddix building on the campus of Jackson State University.
I spot Hoodvenchy.
It was phenomenal. People kept asking, so when are you gonna restock? When are you gonna get more Hoodvenchy? I never thought about me doing streetwear until that opportunity came and Hoodvenchy sold out. I was like, oh, people really like this. September of 2020, we created the Hoodvenchy Essential Tees.
Y'all, the cat is out of the bag. Guess what tomorrow is? Hoodvenchy's on the way.
These are the t-shirts that you can wear every day. And this is also the first time that we debuted our line at a runway show. September 4th, 2020, in the height of the pandemic, we had Sangria in the Park in Vicksburg, Mississippi. First time that I ever produced my own fashion show. If you ever see this one particular piece go down the runway, it's a black plain silhouette dress, but it has a heart over the heart and pink buttons and cheetah print. This dress was designed in memory of Patrick Kelly and also a very dear friend of mine and passed away, Gabrielle Butler. She loved life. She loved all things pink, all things cheetah, and she loved happiness. If you ever met her, she had a glow and aura about her that it consumed the room. At that time, I knew this dress was the one. People have asked me plenty of times, can you replicate it? Can you duplicate it? Can we buy it off you? No, because that's one piece that's truly near and dear to my heart. So there's a piece of another black dress. You will see a lot of black in the Hoodvenchy brand. So the dress that I made, there's a quote on the front from George Wolfe. It says, God created black people and black people created style. First off, disclaimer, I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, this is a black brand. No, this is a brand for everybody. African Americans as a whole, we create so much, but we get so little and so less acknowledgement for what we've done in the industry. So the dress said, God created black people and black people created style. You see that going down the runway in yellow lettering. But, oh, when that model turns around in that dress, it has a list of African American designers who have paved the way for us up and coming designers. You see Patrick Kelly, Willie Smith, Stephen Burroughs. You have Laquan Smith on there. You have Sergio Hudson. There are so many designers who are on there. And this was my way of telling them, thank you for being in the forefront of black fashion. Thank you for going out and making sure that young designers like myself and others had a platform to showcase our talents. To be a brand owner for 5 years, y'all, it's a lot.
Trayo on the beat, so you know I'm about to cut up. Know when I'm on the mic, I'm gonna show these haters what's up.
So as we move forth in the Hoodvenchy timeline, Hoodvenchy starts to get a lot of notoriety. Hoodvenchy has been shown on a few well-known people, a few celebrities. Definitely have Hoodvenchy in their closets. Thank you so much for having Hoodvenchy in your closet. Hoodvenchy has shown at LA Fashion Week, shown at New York Fashion Week, but my most pivotal and prized show is when I come back home to Vicksburg. There's nothing like showcasing my brand and my talents in front of my home team. There's nothing like it. Like, I'm so grateful for the support that I receive in Vicksburg, the support that Hoodvenchy receives. I love hearing models say, oh, we checked into our hotel and we told them we was here to model for Raymond Banks and they just laid out the red carpet for us. I love hearing that. I love hearing that Hoodvenchy has that impact and the respect from our citizens here in Vicksburg. So if someone ever asks me, what's your favorite show when I go to the crib? When I go to the crib and put on the show, that's my favorite. I love to see it. I love to see the kids, you all. I love to see the smile and just the innocence of a child when they see my models. Like, oh my God, look at him. Look at that model. I can do that as well. That's what Hoodvenchy is for. Hoodvenchy is here to inspire. Hoodvenchy is here to let people know that you too can create something great. Fashion has always been in my life. I've always had a interest in fashion. It just wasn't something like, oh, put on a few clothes, you look good and all that. I used to watch my parents, you know, when they used to go out. It was just something about how they pieced together an outfit, and I knew like, oh yeah, that's a showstopper. They made sure everything was precisely pieced together. That was always a huge highlight in my life. And my grandmother, she always had subscriptions to different magazines, Ebony, Jet, Essence, Vogue, Elle. She always had these subscriptions to those magazines. So it was always fun to flip through those magazines and see how people dress throughout the world. And when those people look like me, that really just did everything for me. If you see me at a runway show, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see them. Either they're gonna be on the runway or they're gonna be in the crowd cheering me on. And I know for a fact, after every show, I have to find my parents. That's me giving them their flowers in front of an audience and letting them know like, I am truly grateful for everything that you all have instilled in me. From the way that I get out here and grind and hustle, from how I treat people, how to respect people, how to talk to people, that all came from my parents. My parents gave me a very solid background and foundation to stand on. I am so grateful for Ray and Jackie Banks. The day that I hit my first meal, it probably won't even go to me. Majority of it would go to them to let them know, not only was this for me, and not only is this my hard work, this is also you all's hard work. So I'm so grateful for my family. A lot of designers and models I talk to, they always ask, how do you do it? How do you keep going? My family. I look at my family and everything that they have instilled in me. I make sure I'm a representation of them and a representation of myself. If you don't come from a strong background, a lot of things within this industry will consume you and take you over. As long as you have a strong spiritual background, a strong family background and support system, you'll be okay with it all. Something that I incorporate into Hoodvenchy with my models is that sense of family. All my models know, no matter what time of the day, no matter when, they could call me. They can call me up and say, I need X, Y, and Z, I'm on it. I want my models to know that the Hoodvenchy models is a family. Everyone is a family within the Hoodvenchy brand. People always tell me, oh, your models are so happy and upbeat when they go down the runway, because I want them to know that not only are you modeling for me, but you are representing yourself to get booked for that next job. Before my models go out there, each time we pray, I like to pray my models have that spiritual background instilled in them to let them know that no matter where you go, no matter how you think your footsteps are going to lead you, God is going to lead your footsteps to get you down that runway. When you take that first step, He's going to be behind you, pushing you left to right, left to right. When I tell y'all crossover left to right, I like to think that if you put your right foot forward, the Lord is going to make sure that your left foot crosses in front of each one of them. So each time I tell my models to go out there and do that, I want them to take that life skill of just walking and using their everyday path. models are family. My models are definitely family to me. I make sure everyone is comfortable when they're in the background. When they're backstage, I make sure they're well taken care of. Ask them how you need something. You good? If there's something going on with life, my models know that they're more than happy to come tell me all about it, because that's what I'm here for. Some people even call me Papa Ray. If you have to call me Papa Ray to make yourself feel good about it, I'm okay with that. I love my models dealer. I love everything about them and the true essence of them working for me. Models that I've met over the years, there are so many models who I've connected with, who I've created lifelong relationships with, that I know for a fact I can always count on them and they can always count on me for everything. If there's a designer out here, whenever you see this video, create a bond with your models. Just don't look at them as, oh, that's just a model, that's just another worker for me. No, treat them like family. Because if they feel comfortable with you, when they get out there on that runway, it will definitely show. And another thing, designers, if your models, if they're not having a party on your runway afterwards, man, get out of here. Go reassess yourself. Lighten yourself up. Let your models celebrate and bask in what just happened. Because there's nothing like an upset and disgruntled model. If a model is upset and disgruntled, you will see it on the runway. But if that model is happy and they're glad to be there, oh, it's gonna show. 2022 was a huge year for Hoodvenchy. It was huge. It was our first time showing at New York Fashion Week. And also, it was the day that the city of Vicksburg gave me Raymond Banks Day.
This day, Saturday, October 1st, 2020, as Raymond Banks Day in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
So after being out on the road, I came back home for the return of the Gent Fashion Show. That was a huge deal to me. That was a lot to see that my city recognized me for my work. Anytime I do something, I tell people I'm from Vicksburg, Mississippi, born and raised. I would never not give my city the credit that it deserves. I'm Mississippi through and through. Any of my work, you can see I incorporate the state of Mississippi silhouette, or I'm spelling Mississippi out for you. I'm thankful for the mayor and the alderman for recognizing that day and giving me that day. It's something that will live on forever in my career and in the history of Vicksburg, Mississippi. You know, as Erykah Badu once said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my... If you ever been to one of my shows, you know, I'm an emotional wreck out there. It's not tears of sadness at all. It's the joy that I feel being from Vicksburg, Mississippi, a small town nestled on the banks of the Mississippi River. Not a lot of people know about it, but Vicksburg is filled with so much love and a community that's close-knit. So to see my community, peers and members there, like, it just does something for me. But also, seeing my work go down a runway, y'all, there's nothing like it. Someone that was told no that I never have a career in fashion, to owning not one but 2 fashion brands, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And as an artist, we do so much to create what we have. We do so much to create the things that you all see. That final product, it's just like, people always ask, how did you do X, Y, and Z? A lot of times we go to some very, very, very extreme measures to create a lot of those pieces. I have one piece that I wanted to show in New York this past season, but it never made the cut because, you know, I almost burnt house down with it. But that's neither here nor there. One day we'll get that piece out. If you ever notice, before a show, anytime we show at Fashion Week, you always see at least 1 or 2 pair of jeans burned up. People ask me what's my most iconic moment of being a fashion designer. September the 9th, 2023, when I was in New York. My models were out on the stage. I received an Instagram notification from one of my former models named Nadia. And it was me on the Jumbotron, waving at the crowd, telling people thank you for coming out. And it was such a surreal moment. I'm a very spiritual person. I literally had to stop and pray and tell the Lord, thank you. Because without you, I know I would not be here. The things that you have given me, the talents and the tools and the spirit to go on, Lord, if it was not for you, there wouldn't be of me. And seeing myself up on the Jumbotron with thousands of strangers clapping for Hoodvenchy and cheering Hoodvenchy on, it was just so surreal seeing all of that happen at that time. It's amazing. And before we end this and you all partake in other Hoodvenchy 5-year celebration festivities and see all this stuff that's going on, from designer to designer, create a circle of people who you can call on at any time. No matter if it's a spiritual leader, a best friend, or just someone, another designer in the industry, you need that circle to keep yourself going. To my circle, I don't have to tell you all who you are, but I'm so grateful for you all. For all of the madness that I put you all through at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm texting you 13 different messages like, hey, I got this on my mind. What you think about this? Should we do this? Should I scrap this? I'm so grateful for you all. I'm grateful that you all put up with me, but I'm grateful for the ideas that you all throw back at me. It's like, hey, Raymond, try this, or take this away, or do this. Fashion designers, any creatives, anyone, have that one person in your life who's gonna keep you accountable. Because at the end of the day, you are the brand. You are the image that you want people to see. Thank you all so much for supporting Hoodvenchy in our 5 years. We look to celebrate with y'all in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I'm grateful for everyone that has been on this journey with us thus far. The journey is not over.